The High Performance Leadership, HPL, is my very last need to finish the leadership track in Toastmasters. Yay!
All right.
I had to have a support team, and I have that, and they support me and guide me as I developed my vision, my mission plan, and my goal. When I figured out what my goal was, to lead a workshop, I then needed a team for me to lead. This is what I wrote down, is a class description. These 6 are things that need to be done. I have completed the first one. I have people in line for completing each one of those. But now that you've got this in hand, I want to tell you what my vision is, what my mission statement is, and what I'm going to do, just an overview. My vision is that I teach people to become centered and to release energetic influences that are screwing up their lives. My mission statement is that each one of us has peace within ourselves that we can find, and that we can experience life from that place. Quantum physics teaches us that everything is made from energy, that energy is the building block for everything, for matter, that energy connects everything, emotions, feelings, everything, our behaviors. I studied massage therapy. My instructor understood this. I didn't. She would tell me about this energy stuff, and I would go, yeah, I got it. Then I developed my own clientele, and I started working with them. And I would do my work, and I was so good at it. Except that every once in a while, what would happen is because things would go into my hand and up my arm and into my body, and it would change the way I thought and the way I felt. Sometimes it even changed my behaviors. I would step out of the room, and my receptionist would say, "What on earth happened to you?" One time, I became so organized that I got a lot done in 3 days. And then I realized what was going on, and I released it. Well, being disoriented is not fun. So I studied, and I worked until I figured out what was going on. I figured out how to become centered. I figured out how to release this energy that didn't belong to me. And I learned how to work on my clients and do the same thing. Now, so that you might become aware a little bit of what that is, for those of you who met with me in my favorite office over there in Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, really common note from each one of you is, you know what, when I came into the room, I felt welcomed. I felt welcomed, and I felt good, and it seems like there was this really good energy, and these people, they really interact with one another, and they like each other. You were feeling energy. And then on the other side, John and I were first married, and he took me up to spend some time with his sister. His sister and family decided that I might have some belief system that they didn't like, and they might get thrown off balance. So they started questioning me. They called it questioning. It was grilling. It was really hard. I was so centered. I mean, you could hold on to the center of the earth, so I was holding on so tight. It was so hard that when my brother-in-law, who had been outside, came in, he put one step in the room, but a 120, 180, and he was out of there because he could feel the denseness and the heaviness of the energy in that room. Maybe you can equate now a little bit? Well, what's happened with my clients when I work with them is I ask them afterwards, how is it different? And they said, well, you know what? I said, it's like I feel lighter. I feel more peaceful. I feel more calm. I feel more like myself. It's really good. Well, what I'm going to do is with intentional breath and hand gestures, I'm going to have a 2-hour workshop. And in that 2-hour workshop, I'm going to introduce energy awareness and how to release these energetic influences that impact your life. After completing this class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my HPL committee. They will ask me questions about what did I learn, what happened. They're going to ask me how it could have been different. What were my leadership? Did this work out right? Did my photographer, my graphic designer make me really good papers to handouts? Then I'll come back to the club and I'll give a speech that will tell you some of the same things. I'll go back to my committee. They will check me off. And I will have completed my leadership track. Mr. Toastmaster.